everybody, Morgan with Event Answer here, and today I want to show you how I put together this centerpiece. This would be lovely at a wedding or a special event, and it doesn't have to be arduous or grandiose to have a real impact in a space. Even just simple elements as candles, cylinders, and twigs can have a really beautiful effect in a space. So follow along and I'll show you how I made this elegant centerpiece. First thing I did was gather up an assortment of cylindrical vases I have on hand. These are all different sizes and heights, but the important thing is that they're all cylinders, and this will give them uniformity. My tallest one here is about 26 inches, and it's going to be the centerpiece of this table, which I'm going to put all my twigs in. The twigs are about 48 inches in length, and I want to raise them up in this vase so they can really fan out and give a full look. So I'm going to put this smaller vase on the inside of the tall cylinder. It's about 8 inches tall, but most important, it's about 2 inches narrower than the large cylinder, and this is going to allow me to put some small pebbles around it and camouflage that smaller vase. I have an assortment of decorative stones here, and I'm just going to gently lower them in around the perimeter of that inside vase, making sure I get a nice even layer all the way around. I don't want to just drop the stones into the vase because it's high enough I could risk breaking one of the vases, so I'm just going to put them in a little bit at a time until that inner vase is completely covered, and then I'm just going to add a few larger stones on top. This will help disguise the vase, but it'll also give my twigs something to kind of grip into. The branches I'm using today were clipped from a friend's yard a couple years ago. They've got nice straight stems and narrow branching, which will allow me to hang my orbs on later. If you don't have access to somewhere you can clip branches from, you can also purchase branches from florists or even your local craft or hobby stores. I'm going to put the first branch in at an angle and then follow up with the second branch at the opposite angle. I'm going to repeat this for the next 6 to 8 branches, alternating directions and making sure that they're all touching and intertwining in that top third of the vase. And that's going to make an interlocking network where I can add later branches up in that top section instead of having the branches go all the way down to the stones. And this will allow me to put my later branches further out. If you look now, the branches are pretty vertical and they don't get to fan out very far because of how deep they are in the vase. But because of that upper third where that network is, it's kind of like a flower frog in a way, and that'll allow me to put future branches right into there just like that, so they don't have to go quite so deep. That'll allow the branches to fan out further and give me more reach with those branches and more volume. Once I'm happy with the spread of the branches, I'm gonna attach these glass orbs. So they've got an open spot here where I'm gonna put a little votive on the inside, and they're attached with a little bit of monofilament. And I'm just gonna take that loop and put it over the end of a branch that has a fork in it out near the end. I also want to make sure those branches are strong enough to hold not only the weight of the orb, but the candle as well. If they droop too far, you may want to find another branch to put them on, but I'm just going to scatter them all the way around the arrangement, varying the heights and the distances. Let's talk about vases for a moment. To really make this arrangement work, you want an assortment of heights as well as diameters in vases. If you're new to event planning or you're doing this for a one-off occasion like a wedding, you can always look at IKEA or dollar stores for inexpensive glassware. I also have this drink set that I got on clearance because it was missing one glass in it, but the size and shape of the glasses work perfectly in this arrangement. Now I also have these little glass votives that I'm pulling out, but those candles actually turned out to be a little more cream than white, so I do pick those up in a little bit and replace them with a different votive you'll see. And then I'm just going to put all the glassware onto the table and play around with the arrangement. I want the taller ones to be closer to the center and then shorter ones out towards the edges, but I do want to mix it around a tiny bit, so just play with it until you're happy with how it looks. And if you have to do this for multiple tables, I would encourage you to do one as a mock-up, get all the vases placed where you want them, and then take a photo of it, and that way you've got reference for when you have to set multiples for these, or if you've got people helping you, they can look at the photo and know how to set it as well. Another tip is as you're putting the candles into the glassware, make sure the wicks are standing upright so you don't have to try and pull the candle back out before you can light it. The final step is to light the tea lights in the orbs, and this arrangement is ready for your special event. hope you were inspired by today's project and give it a try. With a few simple and elegant elements, you too can have something beautiful at your event. So if you enjoyed today's video, I hope you subscribe and join our creative community. I make all kinds of beautiful things, including party setups, decorations, as well as balloon tutorials. You can check out some of those over here, and until the next time, stay creative!